Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Now I'm back with another video which will be giving you a review of how reading helps you with your spoken English. And first of all guys, I would also like to add here that this video is also in continuation to your last video, because last video dealt with listening. That was the first step, and this video is dealing with reading, which is the second step towards your spoken English skills. Okay, so now to start with, first of all, see, there are some rules and there are some basic guidelines that every sort of element has behind it when you do something towards your spoken English. Okay, so every single small step also has a basic rule behind it. Obviously that needs to be followed when you start with something towards your speaking skills. Okay, now first of all guys, when you read, your brain becomes active. Your brain starts thinking. It becomes active in a manner that it will start understanding things. It will start memorizing the new words or any vocabulary that comes across when you read something. Okay, and I would also mention that, like reading was one of the very underrated steps of our spoken English, but reading holds even a more important place than listening. Or maybe I would say they're on the same page, because listening is incomplete without reading. Somebody has to read for you to listen, and reading is incomplete without listening, because obviously you will not read until and unless somebody would listen. Okay, so this is just a vicious circle, and they both have to go hand in hand. They both eventually will help you increase your spoken English skills and also your English language skills. Okay, now obviously, like listening or like writing, reading also has its own advantages. And what are the advantages I will be listing now? Firstly, you come across a new vocabulary altogether. Those words that you have never heard of, those new words or old words that you were not aware of, or maybe their meanings that you were not aware of. So when you encounter new words while reading anything, it can be any article, it can be a small article in the newspaper, it can be news, it can be books, it can be novels, it can be anything. It might be known or unknown to you, that doesn't matter. Okay, so anything, when you read something, it may be anything. Okay, when you read it, you will encounter some new words. This is very basic. You will encounter some new words, and I also know that all those new words are not known to you. You don't know their meanings. You don't know that how and where they should be used. So reading helps you with that. Okay, now secondly, when you will read something new, you will automatically start memorizing, and you will be curious to know that meaning. Okay, when you start understanding things, you will automatically start memorizing them. And even if you don't memorize, it will be there subconsciously in your mind somewhere. So this will eventually help you in your spoken English, because whenever you would speak next, your mind will try to use those words that you had learned before while reading. Okay, then the second point I would say here will be that reading habits give you a structured way of speaking in English, for that matter even writing in English. Because whenever you read something, you get to know that what was the flow in which that article was written. You get to know the meaning, you understand the meaning, and automatically you will improve your spoken English skills because of that reading. And by reading those new words, by reading those new articles, and maybe the way it was written, maybe the style in which it was written, everything is going to help you at the end with your spoken English, right? Then third point I will say, that is the right pronunciation of new words as well as the old words. Now for example, why have I mentioned here the old words? There might be many words that you were speaking till now, and they might not have been spoken with the right pronunciation. So when you read, and when you read consistently and often, you will get to know that this was the right word and it should have been spoken in such a manner. Okay, so your vocabulary and your pronunciation, you can master both of them. when you start reading. And obviously reading doesn't mean just keeping a book in front of you and blah blah blah. That is not the case. You have to read, you have to read in a manner the way it should be read. Okay, so now important points are that vocabulary can be increased and your pronunciations can be righted. For example, I will give you an example of the word pronunciation itself. Initially, people used to say pronunciation. I have heard many people saying the word pronunciation, but the word is pronunciation. So sometimes we cannot just go by the flow of the spellings in the word, okay? You have to see the way it is being pronounced exactly. So this can be done by two ways. Either you can keep a hard copy of the dictionary with you so that whenever you come across a new word, so you get to know its pronunciation. Or secondly, I mean the better way and the much used way is usually the internet. Just Google the word and it will automatically let you know the correct pronunciation, which is being said in the British English. The Google will actually tell you in both the ways, but we prefer the UK English, the British English, which is followed in India. Okay, so pronunciation is done. Now the third point and the most important is the reading practices improves your grammar. Okay, now how grammar? When I'm reading something, obviously whenever there is a full stop, I will full stop. Wherever there is a comma, I will give a pause in that statement or a sentence. Now whatever is written in capital letters, I will automatically start giving emphasis to that, right? Reading helps you with the pace of your vocabulary, with the pace of your speech, right? When you read properly, and obviously you will develop this habit over a period of time, this is not just a one-day case. Consistent reading gives you this thing in you, it gets into your skin, that whenever you speak something or whatever statements that the sentences that you're speaking aloud, you will automatically give emphasis on the capital letter words, or what are the annotations, what are the pauses, where do you need to stop with a full stop, everything that the grammar rules say. Okay, see, I am not saying to just close your books of the school books of grammar. No, the rules will come from there only, but reading practices will make a ground for them. Obviously it's a practice ground for you where you can understand and master all these things, right? Then finally, I think reading somewhere is an indirect way of enhancing your skills, but finally, and the most important ways in which it helps is it improves your knowledge. When you are improving your pronunciation, your vocabulary, automatically you are improving up with your skills of conversations with other people. Okay, your English language skills. Okay, you automatically get to know how to talk to other people. Okay, nobody is teaching you that. It is, see, you don't even need somebody else when you read. You are alone in yourself. Okay, sit down with a book or any article or any newspaper and just read. Automatically you will start understanding what to read, how to read, where to stop, where to give pauses, and then automatically this will show up in your communication skills whenever you talk, right? So your conversing skills get better, your fluency gets better. Then the most important point is that it gives clarity to your speech. Whatever you're trying to explain and express, reading will finally give that clarity to your speech. So this is how indirectly reading is related to your spoken English. See, people it might sound strange to you that, how does listening help and how does reading would help? Finally, everything would help, right? Be it reading, be it writing, or be it listening. All these three steps will finally give you a correct way of spoken English and enhance your communication skills, right? So, see, I would also mention this here, that always remember one thing, guys. A good orator is somebody who listens well, who has the habit of listening to people, okay? Then he also knows how to read. A person who doesn't know how to read can never be a good speaker. And reading practices, I am not telling you what to read. That is totally your choice, your own will, your own mood and your own interest. It can be anything. It can be science, fiction. It can be encyclopedia for that matter, but reading of anything will help you finally. Okay, so just remember this. So for being a good orator, you need to be a good listener, and you should also know in what style and in what way to read things. Okay? Then, to end my video today, I will again give you a new word, which is jeopardize. Jeopardize is the new word. This means putting something to risk or putting something to damage. For example, it is mostly used with careers and image and reputation. For example, he will never do something to jeopardize his career, or she will never take such an action which will jeopardize her reputation in the market. So this sentence is giving you the meaning of the word jeopardize. Okay, so try to put and frame sentences with using the word jeopardize, and then automatically you will start learning and speaking them also. Okay, so bye for today and happy learning. Keep practicing, and now I will come up with the next video which will deal with the next step of the flow chart, which is writing skills. So see you till then, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my videos. Bye bye.